Hey Zen friends, welcome to this Pisces Sun video where every month we have a video when the sun moves into a new sign just to find out what Spirit wants us to know about this energy over this around 30-ish days and what other messages want to come through, what advice we can use, what heads up we can use. And we'll use our little compass to help us navigate 4 different areas of our lives. And I'll talk more about that as we get into it. Of course, Pisces season, Pisces energy brings in energy of the emotion, right? They're the huge water sign out of the 3. They're the one that's at the very end of the zodiac, which that we then begin and go into a whole new zodiac year, starting off with Aries again at the fall spring equinox on around March 20th. So we'll have a separate video for that, of course, but this energy of the heart, empathy, creativity, of course, intuition, your empathic abilities. Also, there's some adaptability that comes in with the Pisces energy. Now, the kind of the challenges that come or could come around Pisces energy is a feeling of vulnerability. Also, like mirages, our addictions, what are we using to numb these emotions that we feel? And we can kind of go into the lower vibrational kind of self-pity, victimhood kind of energy. So we have higher vibration and lower vibration expressions. We can do it. And if we're aware of those energies, as soon as we start to feel them, if we don't want to go deep into those, we can, do a little course correction and choose a different emotion if we want, right? So that's what we're going to look at here. We are going to use, like I said, I have a little kind of compass approach where I take a tarot deck. In this case, this is the Tarot Magic deck. I separate the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And the major arcana represents the overall energy for this Pisces season. So that's where we'll start to get our message. And then we'll dive into the 4 different areas of our human character kind of journey. And we've got oracle for each of those too. And at the end, after I finish the reading for the collective, I will use these craft cards, pull a card for each individual zodiac sign to give a little extra oomph, a little extra emphasis on really what you can nurture yourself in during this period. So that's what we're going to focus on those cards. All right, well, here is our card. Is this one right here? Yep, it sure is. And here we go. So this is the energy I was just talking about with the Empress. It is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, creativity, like we were talking about with Pisces energy, and birthing new things, allowing new things, sharing of new things into the outside world. She's very, I look at the Empress as the ruler over all 4 queens. Like I look at the Emperor as the ruler over all 4 kings. So for me, the Empress embodies all of the energies of all the 4 individual queens of the 4 suits. Each queen gets a portion of cups in addition to the energy, that we have fire and air and earth and water. So she's 5 parts water, 1 part fire, 1 part earth, 1 part air. So a lot of emotion, of course, flowing. It's interesting when you look at the astrology as we enter February for the first couple of weeks, there's a lot of things in Aquarius, right, including the sun. And then here on February 18th and into March, around that time, a lot of planets switch into Pisces. So we go from a very air energy to a very watery energy. So this Empress card, perfect representation of this energy that we're going to have. So it's a great time. I'm glad we're going to look into nurturing because this is what a big piece of all this energy is about. So we'll check in on that by individual zodiac sign on where can you nurture yourself more. And it's something to be aware of. Not, giving yourself over to everyone else, giving, and you get the crumbs. This is about you filling up and overflowing and everyone else gets the overflow, not you get the crumbs, right? So I like that energy. So we'll find out more about the 4 different areas. The medicine wheel I use has 4 different the 4 different elements, and we'll start with fire down here. But each of these represent 4 different areas that our human character goes through, and will give us some insight into it. So we'll start here. Fire in the tarot is the wand suit. It's our passion, our drive, our ambition, our energy, spiritual energy, the spark that drives us and ignites us and all that fun stuff. So this will be what Creator and Spirit want you to know about your energetic adventure during this Pisces season. All right, so let's take a look here, and then we'll pull an oracle as well. So what do you want us to know here? Okay, they do want this one here. Wow, so you've got the King of Wands coming in. And I love this energy because in all this duality, these number 2s coming in, because, with Pisces, it normally shows the 2 fish. But here's 2 lizards, 2 lions. And, of course, it shows here very much energy, Aries and Aquarius energy here, but the Aries energy reminds me here of the Emperor. We were just talking about them a moment ago, but this is about deciding what you want. You know how I was talking about let what everyone else wants go and you focus on you? Well, this is about the king, like the Emperor. Both of them, the King of Wands and the Emperor, have this Aries energy where they realize they've had a lot of self-appointed advisors and a lot of advisors telling them the supposed to be's and the should be's and the need to be's and the have to be's. This is what we feel should happen with the kingdom or the empire and blah, 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 blah. They give us a lot of opinion, but then the king and the emperor, they realize, wait a minute, I'm in charge. And it's my kingdom. And so I'm going to decide what it is I want. Then I'm going to put a plan together, and then I'm going to take action toward that plan. So this is the energy of that, of the culmination. Also, because this is spiritual energy and the king is the highest in the suit, this for me represents like your higher self too. Pisces energy is a lot about, like a high priestess who steps away from the chaos of the world, goes up into her high priestess temple, connects with spirit, looks inward, dives deep into their own emotions. And this, energy here of your higher self and becoming more in tune with what it is your higher self wants for you, rather than your mind and all those small t truths and opinions that we have rooted in fear, thinking that, well, this is what I should want, but it doesn't mean necessarily what is best for you. This is turning inward and upward, connecting with your spirit, connecting with your higher self to find out what is it that truly brings me joy, makes my heart sing, right? So I like this energy because it is about it's okay to be selfish this month, because selfishness has gotten a bad, rap in the language these days, but it's about, the greatest gift we can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing us, because otherwise we're so drained and we're exhausted, and then we give to even we're resentful, and it's bitter, sour water we give when we give in everything else first, and we're only, having the crumbs. This is about becoming a full chalice, and then everyone else gets the above and beyond extra, the overflow. We're going to go to these here, the Moonology Oracle. Let's see what else they want you to know about your energetic adventure for this Pisces season. What else? All right, I do feel like it's this one here. And we've got nothing will come of this situation. We've got the Void of Course Moon here. Wow, it's very bright there. Sorry for that glare. And I like this energy because we have the void in Course Moon. That's when it's in between signs, like there's no guidance, we're drifting. And I feel like this message that's coming in here is more about if you continue sacrificing yourself and trying to do what everyone else wants us to do, and try to please everyone else, then what happens is nothing. We don't feel fulfilled. We don't feel, like we're living. We feel like we're existing. Nothing comes of that situation because everyone's opinions constantly changing. Everyone else has different opinions too, right? And so when we're trying to, please everyone else, we're just kind of restarting over and over and over. It's like pouring energy into a black hole, like a void, right? So very interesting. Well, we'll read from here and see what else they want to have here. So in a form of astrology known as horary, H-O-R-A-R-Y, I probably totally mispronounced that, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a voice of course moon means nothing will come of this matter or that situation will bear no fruit. This may or not be good news depending on what you're asking. For example, and this is like if I continue going how I was, it isn't going to go somewhere. So it says, for example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card may be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations, right? Adjust the expectations, get rid of everyone else's expectations, and find out what you truly want, right? Or change things so you get a different outcome. Perfect. This is right in alignment. Remember, the cards can only predict what you're currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and your beliefs. How perfect. So to attune to this energy, you can say, I trust in my highest good or my highest self to guide me, right? Additional meanings for the card are like the chances of something are diminishing, something better may be around the corner, believe that you will get what you need, surrender to the divine, take time out, meditate, and contemplate. Like the high priestess, like we said, going up into our high priestess temple. But the main definition of a void course moon is when the moon won't make a major connection with any of the planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant the Sanskrit words Om Namo Narayani, which means I surrender to the divine. A void of course moon is a time to just be. I like that. But I like this energy of adjusting expectations instead of trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. You turn inward and upward. You release yourself from that and you identify what your higher self wants of you here, right? So I like that for our energetic and kind of spiritual adventure. And then we go to, this was the south, and then we're going up to the north, which is earth energy. Now, this is the only minor arcana that has to do with the outside world. We have, of course, our energy, which is inside of us. We have our mind and our emotions. All of that is inside of us. And the physical world, this pentacle suit, is all about out there. All the other characters on stage with us, all the props we have in the physical world, including our own physical bodies that are, belongings and finances and all that kind of stuff. So what does Spirit want you to know about your physical adventure for this Pisces season? Wow, another king. Look at this. The King of Pentacles. Very much Empress, King. Wow, the King of Pentacles. It is about abundance. It is about fullness. It's about wholeness in the outside world too. One of the big things that comes with the King of Pentacles, because all the kings go through the entire suit. Queens almost go through the entire one. King is like the final stage of dealing with, that energy of that suit. And they learned this amazing, one of the big things that they teach us is that it's from the Four of Pentacles. When they look outside of themselves for their definition and their fullness, to the Three Cups we're told, were the Three Pentacles, we're told to look at, which are relationships, situations, and things. When we define ourselves by those, we feel unstable because all those things are unstable, right? People change, people die, people pass away. That's the same thing, right? But they change, walk away, or pass away. And so relationships with humans are temporary and unstable. And then when we look at the second one, it's things. Our bank accounts, our bodies, our possessions, all of that. Well, those things deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, so unstable. Define ourselves by it, we also feel unstable. And then the last of it that we are told to look at are situations like jobs, education, social status, etc., things like that. We know those things are always changing, so again, unstable. So what the king learns is when he got disappointed and bored enough of the outside world, he turned inward and upward. And that's where he found the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, which is the only stable thing we find in this realm. And when you define ourselves by that, we do feel full and overflowing, like that chalice, because we're finding the thing that will make us feel fulfilled, both in body, in the physical world, our energy, our mind, and our emotions. That's the core of it all, right? And we don't stop wanting things in the outside world. We just stop needing it. We just don't feel like we have to have those things. We don't need them, but we may want them still, right? And then when they do give to us, it's above and beyond extra. Again, our chalice is full and overflowing. Someone gives to us, it's just extra. If someone doesn't give it to us, I'm fine, I'm full. You give it to me, it's just extra, right? So I love that. And for this, with this earth energy, we're going to go over here to the Earthcraft Oracle. Let's see what else they want you to know about your outside world. But I do feel like there's this awareness, this ability to feel full and overflowing in the outside world during this Pisces season. So you might have a transformation. You might have money in abundance come in, but it has to do with changing of your energy, changing of where you're investing things, right? Nope, they didn't want that one. All right. All right, this is the one. All right, so let's see what we have here. So we have 11 forest tears. All right, we'll put her right here. Let's see what that brings in for us here. Says, even trees cry when they're hurt, and you, sacred one, must allow yourself to mourn what you have lost. When a tree is hurt, it seeps forest tears, or what you might know as tree resin. And this resin covers the wounds and hardens, allowing the tree the time and protection it needs to heal. The tree's inherent intelligence knows how much resin it needs to feel safe and whole again. When this card comes up in a reading, it's a reminder that although we all grieve and heal in different ways, we must grieve before that healing process can truly begin. Is there a loss you have experienced that still needs mourning? Have you been avoiding the grieving process? Others may expect you to heal in a time frame that they determine to be healthy or appropriate. You might have been told to move on, or that the way to move on is to bury your emotions. Or perhaps others have made you feel as though you've moved on too quickly, that you didn't take your situation seriously enough, and now you feel pressured to stay in a healing space longer than you feel is necessary. Another person's experience is not a measure of your own, and you can heal as quickly or slowly as you like. Your pace, whatever that might be, is exactly what you need. The Water Mirror Oracle says, use this water exercise to connect to your own hidden pains and fears and reveal the truths from the depths within. I love all this. We have water energy because Pisces, water sign, water energy. So it says, sit overlooking a bowl or a body of water, and with your pointer finger, tap your reflection in it and say, I call upon the waters within. Then allow the reflection to steady again. Now speak your questions and your troubles to the water, asking for its guidance. Think about a situation or event and ask the water if you're ready to move forward. If tears fall into your reflection, you're in need of more time to heal. And if you see your reflection, gently smile back. You are ready to move forward. Wow. I love that. What a beautiful way to transform and heal. And I feel like, especially with the human body, of course, disclaimer, I'm no medical professional. So see the disclaimer in the description box of the video. But, it's kind of, if you research and, look at Google and whatever, it mentions out there that a lot of our ailments in our human body, especially these days, are stress related. And that stress comes from fear inside, emotions making their way out to the physical body. So I love this healing that can help heal your physical body. Because if the emotions we've been stuffing them and not paying attention as they've been screaming for us to, they'll make their way out into our physical body to keep pointing us inward. There's a great book, Louise Hay, about healing your body. And if you even just search like emotional or spiritual reason for whatever ailment you're having, look and see what resonates. And there can be some healing through tears, but there's some healing of physical body that can happen during this Pisces season too. So I love that. And then we're moving to the west here, which is the element of air. It is the suit of swords. And this is our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations, right? It's all about our mental adventure. So this will be what Creator and Spirit wants you to know about the mental adventure and what's going on in our minds during this Pisces season. Right? So what do you want us to know? Okay, here it is. Yeah, we got a 10 of swords. You can see here they're laying down here. They got all these swords stuck in their back here. And it's not a bad card. It's actually a very healthy, beautiful card, because this is when we get to the point of trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. It's like, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired and disappointing people and having people disappoint me. All these swords are small t truths rooted in opinion that we were talking about earlier. And we, of course, take on all that opinion as our own opinion, and then we take it on as our habit and our belief, and then it becomes our reaction to put certain stories around things when they're happening. But this is all about releasing that, and the 10 is the endings card. Like, we're tossing out all these beliefs when we're thinking about them, going, why do I believe that? Why do I have this expectation? Because when we're having all these fears and all this lower vibrational emotion bubble up within us, we can ask ourselves, what is my expectation? What is this role? And is it really true? What am I trying to fix? What am I trying to control, right? What am I fearing? And this is the release of those things, release of those concepts and beliefs that we've held maybe for a long portion of our lives. But when we question it, like, oh, this is what a relationship is supposed to look like, and this is who they're supposed to be and do, and this is what I'm supposed to do in the relationship. And it's like, really? Who says? Someone said sometime, but it's all opinion, right? So I like that there's this clarity and clearing of mind that can happen here as well during Pisces season. Then we're going to go to these Astro star codes here and see what else they want you to know about your mental adventure during this Pisces season. So what else for us? Okay, it is this one. And we've got the 5th house of passion, which should normally be Leo energy, ruled by the sun. And so we've got card 43. So let's take a look here and see what they want us to know here about the passions. And because we are looking in the mental realm here, this is about these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets really focus in on 5th house energy of passion. Let's see what it says here. So if your chart, like your birth chart, was a village map, the 5th house might be the outdoor cafe on the square where romance hovers, teenagers meet, and children run around the edges. It's funny, the example I gave was about relationships, right? Here's that energy. Music waves, a poet speaks. Here people take risks. Yeah, instead of being caged, it's about doing something new, following your heart and your joy and your passion instead. The fifth house speaks of our capacity to love in the form of affairs, romance, self-expression, creative processes, investments, and performance. The action that they challenge you to consider is ponder your loves and longing, whatever activates your heart, and ask yourself what you love enough to share with the whole world, right? Not doing what everyone else is telling you should do. What is your heart filling you up with? The fifth house asks you to believe in yourself and put this activated heart into action. Think of what activates the sparkly magic you feel when your artistic muse plays with you. Remember what stirs the first twinkle in the eye of a new relationship, the luminous quality of the new beginnings of a love affair. No matter your age, your inner adolescent sparks your creative process. Here's that creativity we talked about with the Empress too. To nurture that spark, be playful, grab a spontaneous moment, and let your imagination wander. Look for a work culture that encourages playful, creative risk-taking and adventurous collaboration and exploration. This is where the juicy new ideas arise. To form a good foundation for partnership, don't skip the courtship. Learn how to bring each other joy and come back to renew that spark in the years ahead. The fifth house also speaks of the children of the heart, of the arts, and of the body. The desire for a child, a love affair, the first stirrings of a book or a sculpture, or the first notes of a song are the sparks for this creation. The fifth house asks you to take a risk, and you may need to invest in materials and be disciplined to manifest your desires, right? Heart desires, not mind desires, so very much here. The challenge says bring your inner adolescent out to play, but watch that it doesn't get stuck in a self-centered place, swept up in the thrill of creation, and damn the consequences. The gift it brings says let your light shine. Let it be a gift to all the world. Your instructions are to play, create, love, inspire, and be glorious. I love that. So such great energies, reinforcing everything we've talked about here, but encouraging you to approach things with an energy of play, right? And then we move to the final element, which is water, which, of course, is emotion. So this is what Creator and Spirit would want you to know about your emotion. This is the water of the element of the season, water. So there is an emphasis on emotion during this period, very heightened, expanded emotion. So let's take a look here. The sun shines and grows. It's like it's spotlighting emotions during this period. Here it is. And, oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Got the King of Cups. So 3 kings and the 10 of Swords. So this is very much a year of self-empowerment. We just kind of talked about that in here too. But it's about turning inward. We've got a lot of energies that are turning us inward, to focus on who we truly are. And this is really mastering these different areas of your life. Now, all the kings get a second portion of swords. And so the King of Cups gets a balanced portion of cups, so heart and mind, right? A balance between heart and mind. And I like this. So there's, we can follow just our mind and all those small T truths, and we feel like we're existing and we're waking up going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. But the dream isn't ours. It's someone else's dream we took on, expectations we took on, right? And we kind of go totally by the heart and end up in some really fun places, but maybe, it could be out of balance. And so this is all about balancing the heart and the mind as we pursue what our heart wants for us, right? So again, this energy that's reinforcing here. But let's get more information here through the Queen of the Moon Oracle. See what else they want you to know here about your emotional adventure. Yeah. Card 26, you got surrender here. Beautiful. So let's take a look here and see what message they bring in for you here. So surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling, right? It's about letting go of everyone else's opinion, discovering this nurturing, right? What do I want? A little affirmation that comes with the card says, I let go. I surrender my struggle. I allow the universe to work through me. She says it took me a long time to realize that surrendering was a positive thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean the giving up kind of surrender. I mean okay, it's time for me to hand this over type of surrender, right? All these things. For those of us who are highly independent and used to doing things quite ably on our own, admitting we need assistance, or that we might indeed have to let something go for our betterment, can be challenging. Letting go and surrendering admits or exposes a vulnerability or two. To surrender, we may need to show our underbelly. We may need to admit we got it wrong, made a mistake, grew a bad habit, surrounded ourselves with people that are not good for us. It can make us feel raw in our realization. Remember, this moon phase is dark and beautiful. Here's that void, dark and void. And it casts a protective shadow that allows us to be as wide open as we need to be to do our work. We reveal safely to only the divine and ourselves, and then the light returns. Wow. The companion stone for this is orange calcite. If you're looking at wanting to help transform some of that energy. But I love all this surrendering that which no longer fits the energy of who you are. And you're in this royal place. You're in this place of power over your lives. So you get to decide what it is that you want. Wow. I love it. So great messages here. I'm going to take a moment and clear all this away and set up, and we're going to pull a card, at least one card, for each individual zodiac sign to see where Spirit feels that you can nurture yourself during this Pisces season. So be right back. Alrighty, we are back. So let us dive in. We are going to use the Craft Cards Tarot here. And we'll pull at least one card for each sign, zodiac sign here, of course. And just to see what of those energies of Pisces around nurturing, what area of your life can you nurture yourself within? So we'll see what messages come in. We'll start with the Aries here. So let's take a look. Now, you know what? Pisces, you always are usually last when we go by all this. We're going to go in reverse order. So we're going to start with Pisces first. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, let's start with Pisces. So what do you want Pisces to know about self-nurturing? Yeah, Queen of Wands. So very much about listening to your intuition. You know, she's one of the, like the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups too, very gifted spiritually, which makes so much sense with Pisces, if you have Pisces, about connecting into that energy, nurturing your energy, oh, wow, your daily connection is what I really feel like. It's, you know, we have a great resource, spiritual posse that they love helping us, but they also honor our free will. And if we don't ask them of our own free will to help and bring synchronicities and show me signs and, you know, interact, then they will do all the stuff we asked them to do before we came down here. I call it the honey-do list. They're always working on that. But when, as a human being, we can ask of our own free will what, ask them of things, talk with them, look for answers, whatever, but just of our own free will. And then, because they won't meddle in our life unless we ask them to do that, right? So I like that. Nurturing your connection with spirit and your worthiness to receive. Nothing's too small, nothing's too big to ask of them. And they're encouraging you to do that. Ooh, I like it, right? And then let's jump into Aquarius next. So what area can you nurture yourselves more? All right. Knight of Swords. Oh, look at air sign. Swords energy is air energy, and this is the pursuit of knowledge, clarity. And so the nurturing of this has to do with looking into those thoughts and those beliefs, those mindsets that have been feeling limiting to you, right? Those things of non-deservedness, those energies that are connected to fear of feeling like you can leap forward, because this is a lot about putting your thoughts and your beliefs into action, your thoughts and beliefs, not the outside world's small t truths of opinion, but your own, right? It's a quest for knowledge. Also, for you, if you're wanting to pursue and learn something new, this Pisces season for you is very supported in learning something new, because all nights are on a quest. This is on a quest for higher knowledge and higher wisdom. So I love that, right? That's what they have for you, Aquarius. And then Capricorns. Capricorn. Let's see what they have here for you. All right. They do want that one here. And look, you got the High Priestess. So this is nurturing your alone time, Capricorn. The High Priestess, I feel she steps away, goes up to her High Priestess temple like we talked about earlier, looks behind the veil, dives deep into their emotions. But this is about nurturing your time, the me time, and that it's important for that because especially during this Pisces season, the veils are very thin, and there's a lot that you can learn here through that process too, of those things that no longer serve you, those emotions that no longer serve you. But you're also connecting to higher ways of looking at things that helps make it easier for you to do that. So nurturing time, there very much is during Pisces season, some honor your alone time with spirit, not just alone time, but honor your alone time with spirit. Because she does go in there and she does come out with a lot of knowledge. So I feel like that's a big thing. And Capricorn, you like learning and thinking. So it's some good, you probably don't need a second nudge to do that. You're like, I'm out. All right. That's what they have for you for Pisces season, Capricorn. And then Sagittarius, you are up next. Oh, right. Well, look at you. You get 2. So you got the Knight of Wands. So here's your fire energy, movement of passion. And here's Leo energy, which is also fire energy. But this is about your inner strength. And I like this. During this Pisces season, there is this wonderful, I guess I call it a nudge, to pursue, like we said, all nights are on a quest. This Knight of Wands is on a quest to really understand your power, to understand your strength, to understand that whatever you focus on is what grows in your life, and that you're not at the whim of others. And with your powerful fire Sagittarius energy, it's about drawing in those things instead of wanting, needing, fearing, hating, whatever, lower vibration and growing it. You're focusing on gratitude, unconditional love and joy and laughter and power and limitlessness. And so don't focus on what you're trying to get away from. Focus on where you're wanting to go, because this energy very much supports that you have the ability to move yourself forward with your own energy. You are creating your life. So pull back that bow and let it go. Believing and knowing that it's like, you don't want to, like when you're, the analogy they're giving me is like when you're aiming an arrow like at a the bullseye, right? You're not focusing on, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, because what happens? Then you miss. You're focusing on missing, not on bullseye, 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 right? So this is what they're kind of having your energy focus on here for the Pisces season. I love that. Whoops. All right. And then Scorpio, here comes your card, literally leaping out of the deck. You have the Four of Cups energy coming in. And this Four of Cups, it is about emotional stability. But when we're talking about nurturing with all this, the three cups that are on the bottom are the outside world, the regular relationships, the regular emotions that we have that we're like, they're bored with. Here comes the Ace of Cups. And of course, Scorpio, you guys are the masters of transformation. You also love diving deep inside of your own self. And this is great energy with this Pisces energy to move inward and upward to find the Ace of Cups, the chalice that is within you so that you can fill up and overflow. Then any cups in the outside world feel like they're above and beyond extra. But this is about nurturing, finding your self-love, focusing on self-love, because all your relationships in the outside world are reflective of your own love for yourself. You can't give more love than you have for yourself, nor receive more love than you have for yourself. So the more you expand your self-love, the more you expand your ability to give and receive love to the humans in the outside world too. So I love that for you. All right. And then we're moving into Libra here. So Libra, let's see here. What does Spirit have here for you? Where can you nurture your life here? I feel like it's this one right here. And here you go. The air of your suit plus the balancing scales, right? The decision making here. And I like this. As you are feeling you need to make decisions during this Pisces season, this is about closing your eyes and opening your heart. Scales are out of balance, right? We're usually in our head. The supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, all the thinking, all the opinion, all that we got from the outside world. And our heart doesn't usually get a seat at the table, but this is about closing our eyes so we get out of our heads and into our hearts and allow this balance in making decisions, right? We don't want to, like we were talking about earlier, we don't want to make decisions just out of the mind or just out of emotion, but a nice balance between the two allows our heart to be happy and our mind to be engaged and supportive of what's making our heart happy. So I like that for you, the nurturing of decision, of honoring your heart during this Pisces season, all right? And then we move to Virgo. Sorry for the glare on your little card there, but reminds me of a Virgo friend of mine. I called her Sunshine. Here's this white, yellow sun. So all of you sunshines, you sun Virgos. And they have here, oh, yay, temperance. So nurturing yourself, giving yourself time, being gentle with yourself on timing of things. Temperance is kind of patience card, but it's also about alchemy and adding something new into the mix that helps transform things, but allowing experimentation. Try some different things during this period of time. I know Virgo can be very thinky, like Capricorns and the air signs. That's all right. But allow risk, allow some adventure, nurture your imagination, nurture your sense of adventure, and just know that things are unfolding, even though things are like maybe don't look like anything is going on. As this is going back and forth between the cups, it is slowly magically turning to gold. And so trust the timing of things and allow yourself to, adventure, just really venture outside of the supposed to's in the mind and the restrictions. And so really nurture your sense of adventure here, I feel. All right. And then we move into Leo. So Leos, that was it right here. There we go. You got the Nine of Pentacles. This is a sense of independence. And, Leo energy can be very much about leadership and about being seen and standing out and having this fire energy. But this month, kind of like we had with the High Priestess here, there's this 9 is the hermit's journey, but the 9 of Pentacles is about kind of being independent and away with spirit, away, getting away from things. And if it's with someone special, that works too. But it's a lot of enjoying your alone time, enjoying your independence instead of codependence and even interdependence. This is about being alone in the garden, even if you can get out into nature somehow. I just feel like it helps you connect to yourself and to spirit. And it's nurturing. It's giving you your time to do what you're wanting to do and to really get clarity around life by doing so. So I really like that for you, right? And then we move into Cancer. So Cancer signs, all right, there's your card already. And you got the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, how you can nurture yourself is, the Seven of Swords is the thievery and the deception and the kind of lies and hidden truths, and I don't feel like this is a person in the outside world, right? This is about realizing and nurturing your inner self, because you can see how they're looking at two. There's two that are stuck in the ground here. So there's some thoughts and beliefs that used to deceive you, that cheated you out of things that you've left behind. And they've got three in their hand that they're looking at. So these are the ones that you've been aware of that you're releasing. And there's just a couple more left that gives you freedom, because when we experience deceit and lying and blah, blah, blah in the outside world, it's a reflection back to us, showing us that we have some of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been deceiving us. And so they were reflected out in the outside world back to us, that we're aware of them. So I feel like this is a nurturing time to allow yourself, one, forgive yourself and release yourself, be gentle with yourself in this adventure, realizing you were handed all of these, so many swords, and you've been doing so good at your inner reflection, letting things go that don't serve you. But these are the mindsets that were created because of emotions when you were younger, usually 7 years old and younger. And then over the next 7 years, our mind, really, those emotions that it loved, it creates a little kind of matrix of all these thoughts and beliefs to try to have those emotions happen again. And then the emotions we didn't like, we create this whole, myriad of thoughts and beliefs and rules to keep those away. And this is about analyzing, going, what no longer serves you. Like when you put up baby gates to protect a baby from falling down the stairs, but when everyone's adults, they are more likely to make us trip over them and fall down the stairs. So things that were in place to keep us safe before actually can be obstacles now. And so it's about removing those thoughts and being gentle with yourself. And that's how you can nurture yourself and setting yourself free during this Pisces season. A lot of some hidden things bubbling up from the surface that allows you to release this. Great opportunity for it anyway. All right, so that's what they have for you, Cancer signs. And then Geminis. Let's take a look here. Where can you use some nurturing? All right. Oh, nope. Keep on seeing two cards, but they're like, nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one, with Gemini being the twins. But you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is, of course, your energy with air. But it's a gift from Spirit to give you the ability to see things from a higher perspective. I like that, Gemini, seeing things from two different perspectives. You're used to that already. But this is about seeing things from the higher perspective, and it helps you clear away some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. It helps you transform some old fears into higher knowledge and higher wisdom. And also, a lot like the Aquarius energy, there is this energy of higher learning. So if you're wanting to learn something or, classes or whatever, it's very highly supported during this time and nurture you to be able to see things and grant you a lot of clarity around things in your life as well. So I love that for you. All right, that's what they have. And then Taurus, let's take a look here for you. So where can you use some clarity? Nope, none of those. Clarity, clarity, clarity. All right. Looks like you do get two. So, yeah. So you got the Judgment card, which is your higher self calling you to see things from a different perspective, calling you into something that's more in alignment with your heart. You have the Four of Wands here, which is the meaning that they want to come through, this joy, joy, joy. And it's about following your joy and stepping out of your limiting, I guess not, well, I guess it is limiting. It's like a limiting view of what you are to do with your life, right? It's, they're allowing you to come up here. You're going to see things completely different when you're looking and following your joy instead of trying to live up to your thoughts and beliefs in your head about supposed to's and shoulds and need to's. We end up, as we mentioned before, like living someone else's dream, and you wake up going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. That's a big way for you to realize that you're living someone else's dream. When you're living your dream, you wake up excited for the day. Even wake up early, you don't hit the snooze alarm. You're just like, let's go, because I'm excited about what's coming forward and what can come in, right? So I do feel like there's this nudge here during this period. You can nurture yourself by following your heart instead of following your mind. And I know Taurus, stubborn, fixed sign stubbornness, right? That's okay. I get it. I'm an Aquarius sun stubbornness, so I understand. But it's about, okay, when is enough, and going, okay, I'm tired of trying to live someone else's dream. What's my dream? Where's my heart leading me? Where's my joy leading me? You don't have to figure out your entire life. Just where is your joy and heart leading you right now? Go investigate. It's a great time for that during Pisces season for you. All right, and then lastly but not leastly, Aries. Here is your card. So let's see what they have here for you. Where can you use some nurturing? Yep, it's all about the self-love, baby. So here's that chalice filling up and overflowing, which was a lot of what our reading was about, right? And so this is about disconnecting yourself, not being this barrel where everyone's plugged in and you're pushing out all your energy and you're not getting filled up and you're feeling exhausted and even resentful in some overgiving, right? And this is about trading that in for a giant chalice that you become, and then you get to fill up, and then everyone else gets the overflow. And that feels full for you, and it feels like, So this is very much about inward and upward, finding the eternal, unconditional love of your higher self in the spirit realm, and letting that fill you up, knowing that you are loved. You are so loved. And this is a great opportunity to really connect to that higher energy, that higher vibration energy. And that nurtures you. It is, because like we talked about earlier, you can't love others more than the extent you love yourself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent of the awareness of how you love yourself, right? And so as you expand your self-love, it also expands your ability to give and receive love to the outside world too. So I love that for you, Aries, and that's what you have. So that is it for this reading, everyone. And thank you so much for all your love and all your support. If you want to dive deeper into things, of course, these are general readings for the collectives and individual collectives of all these signs. I do offer personal readings. There's a link down there below. I also have YouTube memberships where we get together on Wednesdays. For both of my levels, I have two levels, Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month and Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. And we get together on Wednesday evenings and pull cards and dive deep into readings and astrology and past life readings and oracle readings. And then on Thursday nights, my Praying Mantis have a special night. And then also I go live on YouTube on Friday nights, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon for free readings. And donations, of course, take priority during those. But my YouTube channel members also get priority during those after donations. And then after my Friday, Saturday night and my Sunday afternoon sessions, we get together with Praying Mantis again for about an hour or so. So if you're interested in that, there are links down there for you as well if you want to get more in depth and have more experiences with spirit. So I love it. And I have a ton of things I put out, including these when the sun changes, signs. I have new moon readings, full moon readings. We've got Zen Gates, which are when we have all these portals each month, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. I have quest videos, weekly little Zen Byte videos on Fridays that help us find our Zen again or maintain our Zen. So a lot of free content. If you check out my main page, there's a playlist at the top saying new for 2025. So I love this. Thank you guys again. Much love. And remember, as we're going through this adventure, together, we all are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself and have fun.